I bid you welcome. I am a little goblin who likes to make things, and today we're going to create a mixed media piece that involves some crystals, some moss, and some handmade flowers, and one big mirror. So let's get into it. Before I begin on the actual project, I would like to say that I had something else planned entirely. It still involved these flowers, but it was a whole different style of project and a very different video. We can save that for later. But when this mirror came into the thrift store, I knew that I needed to do something to it to make it a little bit more enchanting, because I love the style, and it is just a Hobby Lobby mirror, so it's not one of the old antique brass mirrors or anything. I won't be defiling any antiques today. I do have polymer clay here, and I don't believe it's any special brand or anything. I just got these cheapies off of Amazon because I've never really, oh, you can see Clockwork's little tail down there. I just got these cheapies off of Amazon because I've never really worked with polymer clay before, and I thought it would be better to do that than to mess up with the, you know, the brand name, the expensive stuff, and we'll see if it holds up just the same. I've got some color schemes here in mind. It's going to go from a white all the way to like these goldenrod yellows. Then I'm gonna do some purples, pinks, like deep reds that kind of play into the oranges up there, some blues and some blacks. My big man back there is gonna take a nap while I work hard over here. All right, I think I am going to start from the lightest color and go to the darkest. That way when I place them on here, it'll create a cool little ombre effect, and that'll make my little brain happy. They make big machines and all kinds of cool tools that you can get to roll this out for you and do all kinds of stuff. I didn't get any of those things because, like I said, I'm still new to it. But if you've got bad hands, or, I don't know, just don't feel like stressing out your fingies too much, you can go ahead and do that. This little guy seems to work well enough for me. There are 3 types of flowers that I usually like to make for these sorts of projects, but I think for this mirror, I'm going to stick with just my little 3-petal flower. It looks like a little, like, I don't know, tiny little weed almost sometimes, but it's cool colors. All right. Once you've gotten it like nice and mixed together, you'll start to feel it be more malleable than like the hard brick here. Some clay is definitely going to be harder than others when you start out, so just be mindful of like brands, maybe look it up or something like that. This one is pretty soft in general. So it doesn't really matter the size. You can do them any size flower. I just take a little piece off, roll it into like a little makeshift ball there. Clockwork, are you? I apologize for my cat being indecent back there. I don't know what I'm going to do with this boy. I like how they're just like progressively getting bigger. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Oh, there we go. All right. So get them roughly the same size as each other. You can make them bigger if you would like. I kind of like to keep them all that way. I'm like a little monster over here. Gotta have my elbows over everything. All right. Take this little guy, roll it out just like that on there. You're gonna take it, and it doesn't matter which side. If you want texture, you can add texture, but I just kind of take it here and kind of roll it like that. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, I'm very pale. That doesn't help. Well, I'll show you more as we get to different colors. Roll it out again. And I like to get them all shaped before I actually piece them together. It's a little bit easier for me. Boop. There we go. And I just got off of work too, so I apologize if I'm kind of like grumbly and everything like that. Long days will do that to you, even in a thrift store. All right. There we go. Gotten 3 of these little guys, so we just take them, kind of stick them together at the base there. Kind of fold these guys around, get them stuck to each other. I like to put them next to each other, and then when I add the 3rd one in, it makes kind of this little like star shape, I don't know, little Trinity almost symbol. And then I just take it, kind of squish them together a little bit there, try not to mess up the flowers too much. Take my nail, pop the bottom off, and just boop. The most random color I've got. It looks like it's this kind of like deep orangey color, but I bet you once everything is dried, I have a little heat gun that I'm gonna use. I bet once it's all dried that it's gonna be neon red. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see how it is when it turns out. All right, do the 3 balls again. I'm going to chuckle to myself because I am a child, apparently. I don't know if you can hear the cracking of my thumb. Every time it goes to like roll, it's like crack, 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 crack. Snap, crackle, pop. All right, so we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna roll it out so it looks kind of like a little petal there. A big oval. Grab whichever side you feel like is going to be a little bit more stable. Kind of roll it in there, as they would say, hot dog style. Then you're going to flatten the little bottom part. You're going to be left with that little thingy. Maybe I'll show like a little close-up. I'm going to plop that guy down there. Do this one. I'm going to roll it again. Fold it. Plop. Get off my finger. Let go of me. Ooh, this one's a little bit more chunky than the other ones. We're going to take it. Do the same thing. Doesn't matter. Chunky or not. Flip it. Gonna stick them right next to each other. Put them in the get-along shirt. If you have siblings, you may know. We didn't have one of those. Alright, and it's going to form that little triangle shape, little trinity. And take the bottom here and snap it off. And then plop it down. And that's it. That's the whole process. It's just, there's going to be a lot of them. So bear with me here as I chug through making all these flowers. Ta-da! After working through the night, as you can see, our flowers are finished here, and we've got a beautiful array of colors and shades here for our project. I've gotten them dried. I use a little heat gun, and then I go over the front of each one of them with like a little varnish or spray, whatever I happen to have on hand. So now that the hard part is done, we can move on to the fun part and actually start building our mirror and putting everything on there. I have decided against the fake moss. I just don't think for this particular project that it'll look all that good, so we're just gonna use the crystals and these little flowers that we've got. So give me a moment to set it all up here. This angle should be a little bit more agreeable to doing crafts and everything. Sorry for the little, like, vertigo or whiplash, whatever, from flipping sides on you there. But I figured this might make it a little bit easier to see what I'm up to. I would like to take the flowers from white in this corner, from all the other colors, all the way down to black on this corner, leaving just a little bit of space here. I've got 90-ish flowers. I was counting and kept getting distracted today, so I know there is a good amount there. I don't need to use all of them for this project, but I'd rather have more than enough than not enough as I'm working my way around the mirror. I also have a little pile of gemstones down here at my disposal. There's a few of them there for you. I've got howlite, tangerine quartz, pink calcite, pink aura quartz, smoky quartz, amethyst, and things of that nature. I've got one for like maybe every color that I made of flowers, so as I work my way around the mirror, I'm gonna pop a gemstone in every now and again. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do instead of moss to make it look very pretty. I was considering trying to make it look like pieces of the mirror growing out, but we'll get to that point once once we get there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start planning out these little white and like tan flowers here as I start to go around. I will do my best to play the camera as long as I can, popping in and out little bits, maybe talking as much as I see fit for this. But I'm gonna be pretty much in the zone here, so I apologize if the commentary isn't the greatest, but they haven't really been my strong suit yet on here, so we'll just keep at it. This is it. This is the final outcome for our little mystical mirror project here. I love the way that all the colors came together, even though I didn't use all of the ones that I made. I can save them for another project at another time. Well, that's not a very very flattering angle there. But I hope you enjoyed following me along as we kind of arted around together and placed everything on here. I did go back through afterwards and cover all of the little glue spots with like a gold bronze kind of like paint, and I added a little bit around on spots around here so it added the color to it, as I couldn't match the exact bronze color, but that's totally fine. And only after I did that did I discover that I had gold glue sticks. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, or perhaps some makeup looks I've done in the past. Like, comment, do all the things, but the most important things: stay well, stay hydrated, stay chaotic. Bye.